Hello friends, today we shall discuss the topic measures of central tendencies. Okay, so what do we mean by measures of central tendency? Okay, so let us consider that we have a large amount of data and we want to represent that data by using a number. Data means it is numbers, right? So now we want to represent that collection of numbers, that data, using a particular number. Okay, so then how can we do this? We can do it by method of averages, or we use average to represent that data. Okay, so for example, there is a class and the performance of the class, or there is a company and the performance of the profit of the company will be represented by averages. There may be profits, there may be loss in certain sectors, but then there will be an average calculations done, and then we can say that this is the number which represents the growth of the company. Okay, so let us consider what it is. Measures of central tendencies. What are we going to discuss? Measures of central tendency. Okay, so these are nothing else but averages. Okay, now average, how to calculate this average and what are their types? So first thing we will discuss is what are the types of averages. There are two types of averages. First one is mathematical average. Second one is position average. Okay, so mathematical average. Mathematical average. And then we have positional average. Okay, so mathematical averages are again distributed into three different types based on how they are calculated. Okay, so the first one is called arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean. Okay, arithmetic mean. The second one is called geometric mean. And the third one is called harmonic mean. Arithmetic average, mathematical average is arithmetic mean, geometric mean or harmonic mean. Okay, these are the three different types of mathematical averages. Now, what are the different types of positional averages? There are two types of positional averages. Okay, first one is median and we have mode. There are two types of positional averages. First one is median, second one is mode. Okay, what is arithmetic mean? It is denoted by AM, represented by AM or X bar. AM or X bar. Geometric mean is represented by GM. Okay, and harmonic mean is represented using HM. Since we are using it regularly, so we can't write all these things again and again, so we prefer to write short abbreviations. Okay, averages are of two types, mathematical and positional average, and mathematical average is further distributed into three types. Positional average is again further distributed into two types. Okay, so today in this class we shall be discussing more about arithmetic mean. Okay, so which are the different types of arithmetic mean and how to find them. Okay, so let us move further. So arithmetic mean, it is represented using X bar. Sometimes if we say mean means arithmetic mean. Otherwise, if it is geometric mean or harmonic mean, it will be expressed, or it will be specifically told that it is harmonic mean or it is geometric mean. Otherwise, if it only mean is given, then we take it as arithmetic mean and the representation is X bar. Okay, now there are different methods, three different methods to find out arithmetic mean. The first one is, there are three different methods. How many methods? Three different methods. Okay, first one is called the direct method. Second one is called assumed mean method. assumed mean method, and the third one is called shortcut method or step deviation method. Step deviation method. Okay, now we shall be taking certain examples to understand each of the methods in this class. Okay, so we shall move further. Now we shall discuss the direct method to find out arithmetic mean for different type of series. Okay, so for the direct method, okay, for individual series first. For individual series, if individual series, let us consider the series, say x as 1, 3, 5, 2 and 4. Okay, so how to find out the mean of this series? This is individual series. Okay, so in this case the formula is x bar equal to, x bar represents mean. Okay, x bar represents mean. X bar equal to sum of all observations, x divided by, okay, so this is it. Now what is sum of all observations? Sum of all observations can be written here. What is the sum of all observations? This is 3 plus 2, 5, 5, 5, 5, 15. Okay, so it is equal to 15. Now what is n? N is the total number of observations, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So there are 5 observations. So therefore 15 by 5 will be equal to 3. So x bar, the mean here in this case is x bar equal to 3, and that is your solution. Okay, now let us consider the direct method for discrete series. This is discrete series. Now what is there in discrete series? In discrete series we have observations like this, but they are repeating more number of times, maybe more than once. Okay, so let us take an example, and the example is, say, x. It repeats more than once or maybe more than once, so it is called the frequency. So the numbers are okay, these are the observations and their corresponding frequencies are okay. Now how to find out the mean? Okay, so to find out mean, x bar, the formula is like this. Okay, the formula is like this. It is sum of all observations, but 3 has to be counted 4 times, 3 has to be added 4 times, 2 has to be added 1 times, 5 has to be added 3 times. So we actually take the product. Okay, so there is sigma sum of all fx by sum of frequencies, or we can take fi xi like this. Ith observation, first observation, second, third and fourth, like that. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4 distinct observations, but they repeat many times. So the number of observations will be 4 plus 1, 5, 5 to 10 observations. Okay, so we have, this is called sigma fi. Now see, look at this formula. We have this part, we need this part. For this part we need to find the sum of all products of fi xi's. So this is fi into xi. So we need to find out fi into xi. Okay, and their products here, fi into xi. 4 3s are 12, 2 1s are is 2, 5 3s are 15, 7 2s are 14. Okay, now find their sum. What is the sum? This is 5, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 3 and 4. Okay, so 43. So this will be equal to 43 by 10. Okay, this is nothing else but sigma fi xi. Okay, sigma fi xi. So what is the mean? Mean x bar will be equal to 4.3. Now we shall move on to the continuous series. Let us consider the continuous series. What is there in continuous series? In continuous series we have what do we have? Let us take an example. We have class intervals and their corresponding frequencies. So this is 0 to 10, this is 10 to 20, this is 20 to 30, and this is 30 to 40, and their corresponding frequencies can be taken as 3, 1, 2 and 4. Okay, I am taking almost the same numbers for simplicity. Now what are we supposed to do? What is the formula? The formula is like this. For direct method, the formula is like this: x bar equal to sigma fi xi by n or sum of all frequencies. Okay, it is the same thing, but we don't have observations, but we have classes in which observations lie. Which are the observations? We don't know. Okay, so we need sum of all fi x's. Now what is this xi? Xi is nothing else but the midpoint. Xi is nothing else but midpoint of the class intervals, corresponding class intervals. What are they? They are else nothing else but midpoints, or we say class marks or midpoints. How to find the midpoints? Midpoints are nothing else but average of this, just direct average of these two values, or upper boundary point plus lower boundary point divided by 2. Okay, this is xi. Now let us do this. So 0 plus 10 or 10 plus 0 divided by 2, that is 5. Here we have 15, here we have 25, and this is 35. Next we need to find fi xi into xi. Okay, how to find fi xi? Multiply. 5 3s are 15, 15 1s are 15, 25 2s are 50, and 35 into 4 is 140. Now when we add them we get 220. What is the sum of this? 2 3 5 5 10. Okay, now this will be equal to 220 sigma fi xi taken from here. This is nothing else but sigma fi xi, and this is nothing else but sigma fi. Okay, so this is 220 divided by 10, and that is equal to 22. So your problem is done. So this is x bar equal to 22. The mean is done. Okay, next we shall move on to assumed mean method. Okay, you can note this problem. The assumed mean method. Okay, now we shall go for the assumed mean method using the same examples. Okay, using the same example. So I am present, the formulas differ a little bit. Okay, there is a slight change in the formulas, so I will just rewrite this portion. You can compare that the answers are still same for all the cases. Okay, for all the cases they are still the same. I am keeping the questions as it is. Okay. Okay. Now, in the case of individual series for assumed mean method, what to do? We need to assume a mean first. How to assume the mean? We can take any value as the assumed mean. We can assume any one of the values as the assumed mean. Let me assume this 2 as the assumed mean. A is equal to 2. Next, what we are supposed to find is the deviations of each observation from the assumed mean. Okay, so let me take here as, say, what is the deviations? Di. The deviations are taken as xi minus a, xi, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Okay, so how to do that? So 2 is there, xi minus a, so this is xi minus 2, 1 minus 2 is equal to minus 1, 3 minus 2 equal to 1, 5 minus 2 equal to 2, sorry 3, 2 minus 2 is 0, and 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. Okay, now what are we supposed to do? X bar equal to a plus sigma di by n, or sigma xi minus a by n. Okay, so what is a? A is 2. What is sigma di? Sigma di, we need to find out sigma di. Sigma di, what is sigma di? Sigma di, this is gone, this plus this is equal to 5. Okay, so therefore sigma di is equal to 5, and number of observations also equal to 5. 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so this is 1 plus 2 equal to, this is 2 plus 1 which is equal to 3. Okay, so x bar equal to 3 is the mean. Okay, for individual series the mean is x bar equal to 3. You have observed this. Now we shall move on to discrete series and assumed mean method for discrete type of observations. In this case what we have, we shall take any one of the observations as the assumed mean. We shall take any one of the observations as the assumed mean. Let me take 3 as the assumed mean. Let me take 3 as the assumed mean. Let me take this 3 as the assumed mean. Where is the red color? This is the assumed mean A. I can take any value. Generally we take a value which has higher frequency or highest frequency or somewhere in between. Okay, so therefore how to find out this? This is assumed mean. Now we need to find out di. Di is equal to nothing else but xi minus a. In this case also di is equal to xi minus a. Okay, this di is xi minus a. You need to find out xi minus a. Now how to find out? The 3 minus 3 is 0, 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1, 5 minus 3 equal to 2, 7 minus 3 equal to 4. Okay, now what are we supposed to do? Now let us look at the formula and then find out the values. Okay, this is the formula. X bar, mean x bar equal to a plus sigma of fi di by sigma fi. Okay, this is the formula. Now we need sigma fi di. We have a, we have sigma fi, everything, but fi di's. So where are fi di's? So fi into di. We need to find out fi into di. Okay, fi into di will be fi di. Now how to find this? 4 0 0 1 1 minus 1, 3 2s are 6, 4 2s are 8. Okay, now we need to add them all. What is the sum? 8 minus 1 is equal to 13. I am getting 13 as the sum. Sigma fi di. Okay, this is nothing else but sigma fi into di. Okay, so let me put all the values here to find out the mean. What is a? A is 3 plus sigma fi di. Sigma fi di is 13 and sigma fi is 10. Okay, so this is 3 plus 1.3, that is equal to 4.3. So x bar equal to 4.3. So we have found out the mean. You can observe that it is the same value as the previous one. Okay. Okay. Now we shall move on to the continuous series for assumed mean method. How to solve the continuous series problem using assumed mean method. Okay. So for this purpose also we do the same thing. We have all the exercise. We know, you know up to here, right? Now we need to move further. To move further, what is the formula? X bar equal to a plus sigma fi di by sigma fi, where di is that are the deviations. So for finding di, what is di? Di is equal to xi minus a. We know this. Okay, di is xi minus a. How to find out di xi minus a? So for that purpose we need to assume the values. Let me assume any one of the values as the assumed mean. Which one should I assume? Let me assume 15 as the assumed mean. Let me take 15 as a. Okay, let me take 15 as a. So now what we'll have? The deviations. Okay, what is 5 minus 15? 5 minus 15 is 10, minus 15 minus 15 is 0. 25 minus 15 is 10. What is 35 minus 15? 35 minus 15 is 20. Okay, Now we need to find out Fi into Di. Okay, we need to find out Fi into Di. So what is Fi into Di? Fi into Di is this one. So you need to mark these two values, or what happens, you may make a mistake. This is Fi and this is Di. So this is 3 into 10 is 30. This is 0. 2 tens are 20, and 24 are 4 to the 8. 80. Okay, this is 8, and then minus 10 is 70. I'll get 70 as sigma Fi Di, sum of all Fi Di's. This is sigma Fi Di. I have all the values to be put into the formula. Okay, so this is A. What is A? A is 15. See, A is one of the observations from Xi. So 15 plus what is sigma Fi Di? Fi Di, sigma Fi Di is 70 divided by what is sigma Fi? Sigma Fi is 10. Okay, this is 15 plus 7, and that is equal to 22. Okay, this is X bar using assumed mean method. Assumed mean method. Okay. Now we shall move on to the next topic using step deviation method. You can pause the video and note the problem. We shall now move on to step deviation method. Okay, step deviation method. See, this method is applied only for continuous class intervals or a continuous class series. Okay, continuous series. This is not applied for, it will not be applied for the previous two methods. That is for discrete series and individual series. This method is not applicable. It is applicable only for continuous series. Let us take the same problem, same situation, and find out the mean using step deviation method. Let us understand the situation. For continuous series, let us see the same problem. Let us take the same problem. Okay. In this case, what we have, let us consider the formula. X bar equal to, it is A plus sigma Fi Di by sigma Fi into C. What is this Di? In this case, in the previous case, we had Di equal to Xi minus A. But now we have Di equal to, we have, this is Di now. What is Di? Di. And what is the formula? It is Xi minus A by C. What is C? C is the class length. Class length is in this case because of exclusive class length. Because this is exclusive, we have, it is 10 minus 0 equal to 10. C equal to 10. Okay. C equal to 10. We will write it here. And Di, this is the formula to find out Di. How to find out Di? Okay. Now it is 5 minus 15 divided by 10 equal to minus 1. Now 15 minus 15 is 0. So this is 0. Now 25 minus 15 is 10 by 10 equal to 1. And this is plus 2. Okay. So plus 1 plus 2. Now Fi Di. What is Fi Di? We have A equal to 15. Sum of Fi Di's. We need sum of Fi Di's. Fi Di. What is sum of Fi Di's? Fi Di's, first find Fi Di's. So 3 ones are 3. Negative 0. 2 ones are 2. 4 twos are 8. Okay. Now you add all of them. What is this? This is minus 1, and this is 7. Okay. So we have 7 as sigma Fi Di. This is equal to sigma Fi Di. Okay. So what is sigma Fi Di? Sigma Fi Di is 7. 7 by what is Fi? Fi is equal to 10. Okay. Fi is equal to 10. So we have, this is 15 plus, sorry, into C. What is C? C is again 10. So this becomes 15 plus 7, that is equal to 22. Okay, this is x bar using step deviation method. Okay, you can check that the answers are same in all the 3 cases. Okay, you can pause the video and note the problem.